4, get my shoes and out the door. 5, I'm alive. 6, 7, 8, feeling great. 9, gonna shine, life is good. I'm doing fine. 10, gonna do it right and do it again, yeah. I look into the sky with all the beautiful color, but there's more than just for me, so gonna share it with another. I got to show, to give, let out. I want to sing and shout. Take a look and see a beautiful morning that turns into a beautiful evening, and together make a beautiful life. And if you wanna see, then come along with me, that's right. And if you wanna...
Welcome to Experience Michiana. We're so glad you're joining us. I'm up on the stage right now over at Phoenix Performing Arts at the Goshen Theater. They have an amazing show coming up this weekend only, Come From Away. This is a unique opportunity to experience some of the other sideline and true stories from 9/11. I'm gonna be sure to get their tickets for that one. And Dave had the opportunity to head over to VegFest. That's gonna be coming up soon. This is an awesome festival in South Bend. He'll give you all the details on that one. But first up, I'm getting my hands, well, clean and rolling with Ben Soft Pretzels. Check it out. Okay, I feel like it's a staple here in Michiana. It is one of my favorite places to eat at. It is Ben Soft Pretzels. They're so gooey, they're so moist, and they melt in your mouth. And I have my new friend Rich here with me. And you are the master of Ben Soft Pretzels here because you are bringing this all across the nation.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do anyway. Ben Soft Pretzel's been around since 2008, and since then, you know, we've gone from the few stores here in Michiana to over 180 locations nationwide.
That's amazing.
It is, and it's exciting as it is. So one of the things that we continue to try and do is something that we started here back from the beginning was a partnership with Tunnel to Towers.
Okay.
To kind of bring awareness to what they do for our first responder and Gold Star families, as far as building mortgage-free homes. And so one of the things we try and do every year on National Pretzel Day is bring awareness to their organization and let people know how they can help.
That's tremendous. When is National Pretzel Day?
So National Pretzel Day is somewhere in a government building somewhere. They make all the official days and they put them on your calendar. And apparently somebody had the foresight enough to think about National Pretzel Day.
I love that.
And if you're Ben Soft Pretzels, why are you not all about National Pretzel Day?
I mean, I'm all about pretzels.
Yeah, so are we.
I had pretzels for breakfast already.
Absolutely. So we take advantage of that by making sure that everybody knows it's National Pretzel Day, and we have opportunities on National Pretzel Day, which is always April the 26th, and that falls on
It is always, okay.
Always on April 26th, so it falls on a Sunday this year. But we have an opportunity for everybody to get a free pretzel on National Pretzel Day.
Right.
And if they'll come to University Park Mall here in Mishawaka on National Pretzel Day, they can get a free pretzel and they'll find out how when they get here. It's really exciting.
All right, that's really exciting. Yeah. I love that so much. Now this Tunnel to Towers, this is really important to you guys. You've been partnering with them for quite some time now. Yeah. Why is that partnership important and where did that come from?
Well, our owners, Brian Kreider and Scott Jones, are very patriotic Americans. And when you're in business for yourself and you're, trying to help other people become franchise owner, it's a uniquely American thing. And connecting something like Tunnel to Towers to help people who are on the front lines kind of taking care of our communities and putting themselves on the line as well as, military folks. And that's kind of pertinent this year because we actually have servicemen and women in combat situations right now. It's the 25th anniversary of Tunnel to Towers this year.
Wow.
So we've always been connected really through all of that. It's just we feel like it's a very worthy cause that we can kind of all get behind because it's really at the core what our mission is about and our country's about is trying to help build a better thing for other people through enterprise and business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Ben Soft Pretzels itself. You guys started in 2008. Where was the first store at? Because this all began right here in Michiana.
It sure did. So in 2008, our owners got together with their friend Ben Miller and took one of their family Amish recipes and created it into what we now know as Ben Soft Pretzels.
Okay.
They had some farmers market stores that they kind of test drove it with and kind of refined the product, trying to figure out what it is, right? And so once we were able to do that, they opened their first store in Concord Mall over in Elkhart back in the day. And then from there, they've grown into a collection of small stores here in Michiana.
Yeah.
That went so well for them that they decided to franchise nationally. And now, like I said, we're at 180 locations nationwide and it's continuing to grow.
Which is just incredible. And really, that comes down to the product itself. It's a delicious product. It is so thick, if you will. When you get a pretzel, you're not getting a pretzel stick. You're getting a pretzel the size of your head.
Yeah. And that's a big thing. So we have a lot of competition nationally when you talk about becoming a franchise.
Yeah.
So our pretzels, it's the largest serving size you're going to get anywhere. They're much bigger than everybody
Is it
else's.
technically one serving size? Don't tell me the answer to that.
You decide. You get to decide what the serving size is.
okay.
That's up to you. I'm not gonna push that on you. But one of the things that makes Ben's unique is, like I said, it's an Amish family recipe. It's a genuine thing. It's very authentic. And so when maybe people say soft pretzel, they might look at the brown thing they get at the ballpark maybe, and it's kind of chewy. But Ben's soft pretzels are different. They're big, they're fluffy, they're light, and they're unlike any other kind of pretzel you're ever going to get.
And I love too that you guys have options that you can add. I add garlic and Parmesan to mine.
Yeah.
So you guys have opportunities to add some additions. But I've also noted over the past couple of years, you guys have expanded your menu a bit. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so the pretzel dough is this core component of our product. I mean, it's the thing that we've lovingly crafted into what makes Ben special. So then we've tried, how can we take that same dough and make other products with it? So we've expanded that out to our pretzel dogs, pretzel pockets, which are really just like ham and cheese, or an Italian pocket with Italian meats and cheeses in it, which is... I'm down for that. And then we have other, simple pretzel products, like you said, your garlic Parmesan, which are shake-on seasons and flavorings. We also have Pretzel, P-R-I-Z-Z-A, Pretzel, which is a pretzel pizza. So you take that same pretzel dough, right, which you love, right?
Oh my God.
And you salt and butter that sucker up. You also throw some pepperoni and some cheese and some jalapenos or whatever else you want on that.
Love that.
And get a Pretzel. So it's like... Those kinds of products are kind of what changed the game for us. We're not just a snack, but it's like it's a full meal if you really want.
I love it. I love it. So many options here.
Yeah.
And I love that you guys are right here. We're in University Park Mall in Mishawaka right now.
Yep.
And this has really been a staple here for the mall too. I mean, everybody comes here when you're hungry, when you're shopping, you're hungry, you're thirsty, you're going to stop at Ben's Soft Pretzels.
Shop and snack.
I love that.
All about that.
I love that. Well, can we throw some dough?
Are you sure you're ready for that?
So listen.
It's not throwing dough. It's twisting and rolling. Throwing dough, that's something else. Maybe that happens, when people get angry or something. But twisting and rolling, that's what we're going to do. You want to do it?
I do.
You down?
I do.
Let's go.
And so I have the kit at home.
Okay.
Because you can buy the kit and take it home with you.
You can. We have baking kits. It's wonderful.
And I've never done it because I am just terrified that I'm going to fail.
Well, you might fail, but you can still bake it and eat it. Right?
Just bake the glob.
Yeah, it's good. Sure, let's go.
All right, let's do it. Okay, Jeremy, you are the master here.
Yes.
Yes? I love this. This is a lot of dough. How many pretzels can you make out of this?
Probably about 30-ish.
30?
Yep.
This looks like one giant pretzel for my belly.
That'd be awesome.
I love the pretzels. You know this.
It's all good.
I love them. You're going to show us how to do it correctly.
Sure. Yeah,
okay,
of course.
Right. So how do you know the approximate amount to cut off?
So you always want to make sure. I always go about my to my elbow.
Okay, your
Yep,
arm is bigger than mine, but I like that.
So you want to do
the
that.
bigger pretzels.
So you want to roll it out. So you want to start rolling it out from the middle. Make sure
nice and even
make sure it's
along
all
the way.
Even. And then you want to get about 48 inches or your armor span.
48
and then you can bring it up and just like that.
You're a magician.
Yep, just like that.
Oh my gosh. Now, is there anything unique about why you use this particular countertop?
No, it's just one of those things that we just use.
Okay, it's not like a cooling counter or anything like that.
Nothing at all.
All right. You gonna show me how to do this now?
Sure thing. I'll do it for you.
All right.
So go ahead and start in the middle and just work your way out.
All right.
Kind of like rolling and stretching, kind of as you go to kind of make it longer. There you go. See, that's happening. There you go.
Okay, now I have one side bigger than the other.
So just work on that side. The other side's bigger.
Okay. Well, now that's definitely okay. This is why I'm not very good at this, but how's that?
We'll get you there in no time. Go.
Is that long enough?
Yep. So go ahead, and then if you pick it up. Whoop, close.
Master. Do you guys see that? I'm like a pro here.
Cool.
It's like a nut. It's like a Christmas bow.
Hey, close though. Boom, there you go.
Look at that! Look
Technically,
at that.
you did it.
Look what we did. The
Close
team
enough.
effort this time.
So there you go.
Shake it out a little bit. It's still good.
Wow.
Yep, so good. And then we just dug it in our water and put it right
in the
on.
water. And what does the water do?
That it just helps it brown up and makes our salt easier to stick to. So and then
I feel sorry for the person who gets that one afterwards.
And then we just salt it.
Salt is important. I know sometimes you do them without salt too.
We sure do. Yep, especially here. Everyone loves our cinnamon and sugar.
What?
So.
Oh, really?
Yep, everyone loves our cinnamon and sugar.
See, I was telling him I like the garlic and Parmesan.
Yep, our cinnamon sugar is probably one of our top 3, I would say.
What kind of toppings do you guys have?
We have cinnamon sugar, we have garlic, sour cream and onion, and Parmesan.
Lots of options here too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's do it again. Can I?
You want to do it one more time?
Yeah, let's do it again. Because I have to master this. I have to master this. All right, here we go. So roll, roll, roll. Oh, there we go. I think that was my problem. I'm rolling too much in the middle and not enough at the ends. You know why? Because my arms are short. You have long arms, Jeremy.
Yeah. So go ahead and pick it up and make and make a
I'm
U
nervous.
out of
I'm
it.
sweating. Make a U?
Yep. Make a U out of it. And then whatever hand you're dominant with, you want to bring it together and then flick your wrist. Close.
Too much flicking.
Yep. And now drop it down. Yep.
I'm going to get it.
There you go. Looks good.
Close enough. There we go.
There you go.
Did you have to master this too?
I would not say mastering. I'm the marketing master, not so much the pretzel master.
That's what they have me here for.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Jeremy, how long have you been working here?
I've been working with Ben's for about 10 years.
10 years?
Yep.
And how have you seen things grow over that time?
Oh, it's just immensely. So, especially for National Pretzel Day, we are here all day long.
Oh, I bet.
Open to close, I will be here rolling pretzels for everyone here.
How many pretzels do you think you guys go through that day?
I would say over 1,000.
That's crazy. Now,
Yeah.
I know you're coming to get some of those pretzels too, because I'll be here too.
Yeah,
I'm here every year for it. I know. I got to get my pretzel.
We can't wait. Can't wait for
I love that. I love that.
So.
What would you want to tell people about, why should they come and get a pretzel here from Ben's Soft
It's
Pretzels?
a great organization. It's great. We help the veterans find homes and find assistance that they need. It is just it is one of the things that we look forward to every year, helping the veterans, and even throughout the year, whenever we can, we help.
I love that.
So.
And the pretzel.
Yeah,
I mean, the pretzel.
and
You can't go wrong with that. Can we just show some of the final
Yes, of
touches? 'Cause,
course.
you don't want to look at what I did over here.
Those are not, that one's not great. But
So this is basically everything we offer. Basically everything except for obviously our shakes. So those just come after. We just put a little butter on it and then shake it on top.
And they're just so good. They melt in your mouth. I love them so much. And my kids like the bites.
Oh,
That's
bites
the
are
ones
very,
they like
very,
too.
very, very popular.
Okay, but I have to ask the question. This is the ultimate debate in our household. Do you get more with the bites than you do with the pretzel?
You get a little bit more with the bites than the pretzels.
There it is. I told you, kids. All right, thank you guys so much. Good luck on National Pretzel Day. Come out and get your free pretzel. All the information is available on their Facebook page, and eat up.
Yes, come see us.
So I'm here at the Gillespie Conference Center just off 933 in South Bend, and I'm here with Michael and Jamie. They're both on the board of the Michiana VegFest. Michael, I remember interviewing you last year. We were at the farmers market. I think I had my daughter with me at that stage.
You did.
She's not here today, but it's crazy how quick time goes by. So how did last year's festival go, and what's so different about this year? Or what?
It went very well. We had 2,500 people come through, and this year we're expecting somewhat more than that. We've got a really good headline speaker, Dr. Michael Clapper. We've got 60 vendors already lined up, over 20 of which are food vendors. So it's going to be an exciting event again.
Yeah, I feel like again farmers markets in general over the last kind of couple of years have really come back in the focus again. What do you think it is about this festival that attracts almost 3,000 people to it?
Yeah, we think that it's people are curious about plant-based lifestyle and plant-based living. What are these vegans? And it's a really good chance for people to come out and try some food and discover that you can have wonderful tasting food with no meat. With no animal cruelty. It's good for your health, it's good for the animals, it's good for the planet. So I think we attract all kinds of people who come for those different reasons.
Yeah. Sure. Jamie, how did you get involved with this?
So I got involved last year just because I have been vegan. I've been living the lifestyle. I'd been previously to an event, and so they needed some board members. I reached out and they said, yes, please come.
Awesome. And so what's your role that you play in this? And
so it's multifaceted. Our group is we kind of all do a lot of things, but I do a lot of the secretarial work and communications. And this year we're really excited to feature a kids corner.
Yeah.
So we will have things for all ages. And so we will have a sensory table, there'll be a scavenger hunt, there's an opportunity for the kids to be a food critic at one point, and really great partners with the St. Joe County Public Library. We'll have a seed library and an opportunity for them to be showcased as well.
And so why did you decide to live a vegan lifestyle? Why was that important for you?
That was a health lifestyle. So I was chronically sick And so we had done an elimination diet, and come to find out I had a lot of allergies.
Yeah.
And I felt so much better afterwards. And it's been over a decade and never turned back.
So tell me when this festival is coming up this year. What are the dates? And it's here at Gillespie.
Right. Here at the Gillespie Center on Sunday, April 26th from 11 to 5. We will have speakers starting at 11:15 all the way up until 3:30, I think, are the speakers. And again, lots of activities, almost 60 vendors, food trucks. You can come out the entire time, come out short amount of time. Yeah. We'll have some raffle prizes. Again, not just food vendors, but also community vendors as well. Lots of great partners, Unity Gardens, the library, will be here as well.
And just to emphasize, it's a free event.
It is free.
Yeah.
We like people to register through Eventbrite, and you can find the link on Michiana-VegFest.org. Go there, go to Eventbrite, sign up for tickets, but it is a free event.
Yeah.
And it's a free event because we have some wonderful sponsors that enable us to keep it free. We have a big supporter in vegan grants. We have lots of local support, the Hillman Family Fund, Beacon Medical, Logistic, Gurley Leap have come on board this year. It's wonderful to see the local community support us. We've got a lot of individuals who support us as well through donations and sponsorship.
And I know that we can't talk about it without actually sampling some of the food. So I know that we have one of the food trucks that's here. We associate food trucks with kind of fast food, but you know, these guys have been coming for 3 years or so. So we're going to find out some of the food that you can experience here at this year's Michiana VegFest. So Korean Mexican fusion. Does that come from you guys being married together, or was that already in existence before you got married, Robin?
No, actually that was Jairo's brainchild for things. He's more of the chef for everything.
It's kind of an unusual mix to have Korean and Mexican together, is it? Or is that pretty unique?
It's pretty unique, especially in this area in South Bend. So it's but you know, you go to places like Los Angeles and it's pretty common.
It is?
Yeah, and so we just thought we'd bring some of that, you know, fusion culture here and thought we'd make a business out of it.
How do they work together, the Korean and Mexican?
It works pretty well. I mean, the Korean culture uses a lot of chilies in their food, so all we had to do was basically transition. Okay, so we'll take, you know, dry chilies from Mexico and apply it to Korean dishes.
Nice. And are you both from this area originally? You talk about LA. I don't know if you were out there, but are you both from this area originally?
I was adopted from South Korea and raised in South Bend my whole life.
Okay.
So Jairo was my actual into learning my first Korean dish.
Nice.
It's our take on japchae. This is the K noodles that we call it. But he made it for me when we were first dating, and I thought, this is a little bland. If I made it, I would change the sauce a little bit. So we did our own version.
And so you've been coming to this festival for 3 years now, I believe. How did you get involved with this? Is everything you do here vegan, or do you also do meat as well?
When we first started the business, I wanted to keep it more vegetarian and vegan, but my husband obviously was like, we gotta make food for everybody. So I do like that we still keep that as a heart to always have vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free options for anybody who comes to the trek.
And can you explain what these three are?
Sure, yeah. So we already talked about the Korean glass noodles. We have a lion's mane mushroom taco here. We get ingredients sourced from local farms whenever we can. And we have the bowl. This is our rice bowl. We've got bulgogi tofu, a couple little side banchan type of things like the spinach, daikon, pickled daikon, some charred carrot, and a cucumber salad.
I like it. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for showing us these, and best of luck with your Korean-Mexican fusion, both in your marriage and in your food truck.
Yes,
so thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Phoenix Performing Arts, you know I love to be in this space, especially with my bestie, Ashley. And we are dressed for the event.
You're now an honorary Newfoundlander, so
Thank
it's
you.
official. You're no longer a Come From Away.
Yeah,
I love it. You guys are doing Come From Away. Now, this is a really unique story. I haven't seen this performance before, but I'm familiar with it. This is based on a true story.
Yeah, true story, real people. It's based on the 38 planes that were rerouted on the September 11th attacks in 2001 to Gander, Gander, Newfoundland, and Canada. And so it's all about how those people from Gander kind of welcomed all of those come from a ways in and took care of them during that time of uncertainty for 5 days, clothed them, fed them, gave them places to sleep, and how they kind of all became this come from away family, I suppose.
I love that. I love that. And I love that you're able to bring those stories up to the stage. Now, are they the true stories or have they been kind of modified?
Yeah, so there's only 12 cast members in the show, and we play collectively 84 characters. So
wait, hold on. Say that again.
There are 12 of us on the stage, and throughout the one-act musical, we play 84 different people.
84.
So
That's
some
crazy.
of the intricacies of some of the background characters are probably a little, done up a little bit, but they're the main line of characters that you'll hear mostly about are all based on real life stories of real people, even with the names.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And Sean, what role are you playing?
So I'm in the show. I play the role of Oz. He's the town constable of Gander, a 2-person police department that I think was kind of taken aback when 7,000 people landed in in their backyard. So kind of had to deal with the logistics of all of that. And then I'm honored to be able to co-direct this show as well.
That's exciting. Is that your first time doing this?
It is.
It
yes.
is. So tell us how that experience has been.
Oh, it's been great. One of the first things I was tasked with was teaching this Newfoundland accent, which is kind of a mix of a standard Canadian one, a little bit of Irish, just other European flares to it. And if a show calls for an accent, it's like British or Southern.
Right,
this is unlike anything I've ever, so I did YouTube tutorials
I was going to say, what kind of legwork do you have to do to prepare for that?
Luckily, because the rights came out recently, there's been a lot of videos out with tutorials on how to use it. Okay. And so I kind of just made this worksheet for the cast, and we had our first rehearsal was literally just the accent itself. Yeah. Oh, cool. So learning that, teaching that, and then, I'm in the show, so I have my ears on the whole time listening for little things here and there that we can work on. So it's fun to be able to kind of wear both hats literally during this. Yeah.
Well, I will tell you from the audience, we're not going to know if it's right or wrong. So
great, I love it.
He'll know, and his eye will twitch if it's wrong.
No. So the play itself, you guys are on stage the whole time?
Yes. So I wish I should have counted all the props that we have for this show.
Oh my gosh.
The only time we are really off stage is to truthfully run to grab a prop and to come back on if the scene calls for that.
Okay.
But all of the chairs that you'll see back here are basically what makes up the mobility of the set. So while we're on the stage, we're doing the singing, dancing, acting, and then moving the chairs.
So you're also the backstage crew too.
Yes, yeah. So we have some amazing hands that are backstage just in case, knock on wood, something were to go wrong. But really, it's unlike anything you've ever seen on the stage before, just because of the simple way it was constructed.
And you guys have just such a great set here. You always do. We got to talk about the set.
Thank you. Yeah, I know. He won't ever come to talk about it, but so it's a lot of it is true to what you would see on the original Broadway, for the original Broadway production. We are the regional premiere, so I think there was a sense of authenticity of wanting to just keep it true to the heart of it. And the way it was done beautifully. But then Zach took some artistic license and he constructed some things that work better for the space that we're in. And so I don't know. Every time I walk in, even though I've seen it and I've been watching him do it for several weeks, I just walk in and I'm like, oh, we're just so lucky. It's so beautiful. And the team behind that's done the painting and the lights, Andrew and everybody that works here, I'm just like,
amazed.
It's breathtaking. I feel like a proud mom and they're all older than me.
Except for Karina, I suppose.
Yeah, right.
And I know, Sean, we were kind of looking as we were coming up to the stage, and you're part of that directorial process too. Right. There are a number of strike marks on the set.
Yeah,
can we just kind of look at them?
There are at least, what do we say?
216, I think he said.
This is a lot.
It looks like someone took a handful of confetti and just kind of threw it on the stage.
It kind of does.
Yeah. But everything is color coded, so we know that teal blue is the first plane, regular blue is the second plane, purple's the church. So we spent an entire rehearsal going through all of that, the chair formations, and it might look like chaos right now, but we've got it down to a science to where, sometimes it's 5 seconds to go from one setting to another, and we're establishing all these different worlds.
And you do that while changing your dialect, while changing your costume, while singing, sometimes dancing, and then saying your lines while it's happening. So for the audience, the goal is that it's seamless, right? But inside, it feels like the duck analogy, when they're swimming and they look smooth on the surface, but underneath they're like,
paddle, paddle, paddle. That's us.
It's like a duck analogy.
I love it. You almost need black lights on your shoes just to see everything on the floor, right?
Absolutely. Especially when the colors start to blend together, because you only have so many colors you can use.
Yeah.
Right. Zach got kind of creative with some of them. I don't know if you could show it, but there's one that he came up with that was Band-Aid, because we needed to combine colors, so it's the tan with the
tan and white.
So one of our scene changes is called Band-Aid.
We have a watermelon in the back. So
you got to do with what you can. The show must go on, right?
It is. And now, as a part of a 12-person cast, that's playing such a wide variety. What is that experience, and how does it differ from some of the other things that you have done in the past?
Oh, just being able to jump from character to character has been, absolutely the biggest challenge, I think, for people, because it's not like you're one and done. You go back to these characters throughout. So it's a matter of kind of that code switching of, you kind of have to think like, okay, if I stand up tall, now I'm Oz. If I grab my belt, now I'm, it's a matter of going from character to character. And we have such a great cast that's, been experienced, and people are, we're up for the challenge, and they've established really all these different unique characters, which is one of the most important things for this show.
And translating that to the audience.
Exactly.
I really think, I think everyone understood when we first met for our first cast meeting, we talked about what the show meant. Some of us were alive during September 11th in 2001.
Sure.
And so where we were at when that happened, what we remembered, we shared a lot of that vulnerability so we could infuse that, but also care for it, care for the stories we're telling. Because of course, even during the fun parts of the dancing and the singing, there's this underlining, there is this underlining message. And so trying to meet that with, care, but also give some entertainment to our audience. And so it's been so inspiring to watch not just our cast, but our team come together and have these real conversations and just make sure that everyone understands and feels like they can try things and they can bring that intimate feeling to this global thing that Come From Away really truly is.
And I know when people come and see this performance, there's a lot they're going to take away from it. What is your hope that they take and move forward with?
Oh my goodness. I hope, one, if they come and they don't know what they're in for, I hope they come away with becoming Come From Away nerds like Zach, Sean, and I are, because this has been something that we have wanted to do since it first came on Broadway. And so that part of it.
When did it come on Broadway?
2017, right?
16-17 season, so it's almost 10 years old.
Yeah, okay.
And the nice thing is, it's this lesser known story about 9/11 that's kind of a light in the dark about humanity and being there for people.
I love that.
And I think people, maybe have heard that Newfoundland played a part in 9/11, but this gets into all the nitty-gritty details. There's so many things you don't think about, like people had to refill medications. There were animals under those planes. And for an hour-and-a-half musical, they pack so much detail in, and it shows the humanity that these Gander citizens, really showed.
Took a responsibility that wasn't necessarily theirs to take, but they still did it.
It really opens your eyes to what else there was to discuss as far as 9/11 is concerned, not just what was happening here stateside for us.
Yeah, and I think with the new younger generation who have learned about it in history books, there isn't that sense of like realness for them, like it maybe us that experienced it or had family members that did. And so I'm hoping that it inspires a new generation to just take in what we've been through and to find that, like you said, that camaraderie and sense of humanity and helping others when they're in need, regardless of who they are and where they come from.
I love that so much. Well, break a leg to you guys.
Thank you so much.
Come From Away, and when is it showing?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, so 17, 18, 19. Friday, Saturday at 7:30, Sunday at 3 p.m., and then we're packing it up.
And how can people get their tickets?
You can go to thephoenixarts.org, or you can buy them at the door all weekend.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's always good to see you.
Welcome to being a Newfoundlander.
Yes, you made it.
Now, how do I say the accent?
Thank you.
Thank you. Start with that.
Thank you.
We'll
You
go with
nailed
that.
it. Thank you. Be sure to grab your tickets for this weekend's performances. We'll see you again next week right here on Experience Michiana.
Want more from Courtney, Dave, and Kelly? Follow us on social media and visit our website for exclusive behind-the-scenes content, extended interviews, and full-length features. Stay connected and experience it all today. This WNIT local production has been made possible in part by viewers like you. Thank you.